प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय. My dear brothers and sisters, as we await the arrival of His Holiness Panditji, we'll do a prayer, and of course we'll do one to bhajan while he is on his way to come. So I ask you to please stand and join with me in a very simple, short prayer. श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान आए नमो नमः. ओम श्री हरियामा पितृ भगवान आए नमो नमः. ओम वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानंदं कृष्णं वन्दे जगत गुरु. ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगोलं यते गृहं यत्कृपात् महाबन्धे परमानन्दं माधवम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरि ओम। शांति शांति शांति। हरि। Have your seats, my dear. The first bhajan I'm about to do, my friends, a very simple one. I know most of you know it, so join along and sing with me, my friend. प्रेम से लो श्री कृष्ण चरण भगवान की जय। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ। जय गिरवरधारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीर बलिचारी, जय गिरवरधारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ। जय गिरवरधारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर, मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर। मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर, मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर। जय गोवर्धन धारी, जय गिरवरधारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ। जय गिरवरधारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम हरे हरे। हरे राम हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। राम राम हरे हरे। प्रेम सलो श्री वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चरण भगवान की जय। ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार, हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी। ले ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार, हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। जन्म जन्म की प्यास हमारी, जन्म जन्म की प्यास हमारी, तो ही बुझावनहार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार, ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। दान न दीना ध्यान न कीना, दान न दीना ध्यान न कीना, कैसे होवे पार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार, ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। जन्म जन्म की प्यास हमारी, जन्म जन्म की प्यास हमारी, तू ही बुझावनहार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार, ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। हरिद्वार गंगायर काशी, हरिद्वार गंगायर काशी, देखन एक बार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार, ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। जन्म जन्म की प्यास हमारी, जन्म जन्म की प्यास हमारी, तू ही बुझावनहार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। सब तीरथ है प्रभु चरणन में, सब तीरथ है प्रभु चरणन में, शालिग्राम बलिहार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार, ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। जन्म जन्म की प्यास हमारी, जन्म जन्म की प्यास हमारी, तू ही बुझावनहार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार, ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार, ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। हे मनवा ले चल प्रभु जी के द्वार। प्रेम से लो श्री वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चरण भगवान की जय। मैली चादर ओढ़ कैसे द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं। हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरे, मन ही मन शर्माऊं। मैली चादर ओढ़ कैसे तुमने मुझको जग में भेजा, निर्मल देकर काया। आकर की संसार में मैंने इसको दाग लगाया। जन्म जन्म की मैली चादर, अब क्या दाग छुड़ाऊं। मैली चादर ओढ़ कैसे द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं। हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरे मन ही मन शर्माऊं मैली चादर ओढ़क कैसे निर्मल बानी पाकर तुझसे नामन तेरा गाया नैन मूंद कर हे परमेश्वर कभी ना तुझको ध्याया मन बीना की तार तूती अब क्या गीत सुनाऊं मैली चादर ओढ़क कैसे द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरे मन ही मन शर्माऊं मैली चादर ओढ़क कैसे इन पैरों से चल कर तेरा मंदिर कभी न आया जहाँ जहाँ हो पूजा तेरे कभी ना शीश झुकाया हे हरिहर मैं हार किया अब क्या हार चढ़ाऊं मैली चादर ओढ़क कैसे द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरे मन ही मन शर्माऊं मैली चादर ओढ़क कैसे Okay. My friends have been requested by Eulogy to make his contribution towards this morning ceremony. And then, of course, I want to welcome His Holiness Panditji in the audience.
Okay. Okay. प्रेम से बोलिए राजा रामचंद्र की जय. Members of the Biri family, friends, well-wishers, and of course, the cortege of Budu's funeral. I have learned with profound shock and deep regret of the tragic loss of our dear beloved who has contributed so much to community as well. I would like on behalf of my family to extend our warmest condolences. We must understand, friend, the law of nature stipulates that where there is birth, death is certain. And where there is death, friend, life is certain, according to Sanatan Dharam. Bhagwan, God, He so loves us. He so loves the Atma that He bestows on us this human body, which is a vehicle to transport this Atma to the highest level or to push the Atma down to the lowest body. We must understand that the greatness of human birth. We are blessed with the four rewards of human existence: Dharma, Arth, Kam, and Moksha. Dharma, very important for us all as we traverse this imaginary journey of life, that We must perform our duties. We must add values to ourselves on a daily basis. And if we fail, friends, we fail here, we will fail here after. Our duties play a very important part, friends. When I say we add values to ourselves, whatever we do, we practice honesty, truthfulness, non-violence. And there is a word in Sanskrit that we speak of, aparigriha, the abandonment of greed, the non-acceptance of gifts and so on. When we render our services, we render our services without expecting anything. Once we render our services and we are expecting something, that is not too good. Life is an institution for learning many useful lessons and for the development of character and moral values. Life is an institution where every pain and every sorrow bring a useful lesson for us all. What we see in front of us here, friends, is a true testimony. What we see in front of us here is a true testimony. For one day, we all will have to leave our homes in this form. We ask ourselves the questions, what are we doing for life here and for life hereafter? Time wasted, opportunities wasted will never come back to us wherever we may or might be. She fought a good fight. She finished the race. Her dynamism, her charisma blended marvelously to be what she was. Let us, friends, take stock of ourselves and let us not waste time. I will attempt to sing. I don't want to take up too much time. If I am violating time, Bhaiji, you must try to remind me. And the bhajan goes like this. प्रेम से बोलिए अरे माँ भगवान की जय। तुम्हारी दया बिना को समरत है, करो दीनन को पार साधु, करे दीनन को पार. A sadhu is a person of good qualities. That is the meaning of the word sadhu. And if we want to become like that, we must bring our senses and our mind under control. Dina sarana kangal ke swami, dukha ki mochanahar. इस जग माया जल ब्रह्मन में मुझे न सारा आसार. तुम्हारी दया बिना को समरत है, करे दीनन को पार साधु, करे दीनन को पार. सत्य ज्ञान बिना अंध समडोले, करे असत्य आहार. पाप प्रभा भयंकर जल में डूबत है मजदार. तुम्हारी दया बिना को समरत है, करे दीनन को पार साधु, करे दीनन को पार. भक्ति का अपने दान है ईश्वर, चाहत हूँ बारंबार। भक्ति का अपने ज्ञान है ईश्वर, चाहत हूँ बारंबार। उस अमृत का करो भरसा, हरो प्यास हमार। तो तुम्हारी दया बिन को समरत है, कर दीनन को पार। साधु कर दीनन को पार। प्रेम से बोलिए अरियमा भगवान की जय। थैंक यू वेरी मच भाई जी।
Thank you very much, Bhai Budlal ji. I now hand you over to His Holiness Pandit ji to conduct the service, my friends.
गोविंद भगवान की जय। प्रिय सज्जनों, जय सीताराम. And of course, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you this morning to the Anteshti Samskar of Mataji. Of course, I want to thank Uncle Ramesh and Uncle here for bhajans and kirtan rendered, and of course, some very kind words by the former speaker just before me. Whenever we lose a loved one, it is indeed an inconsolable loss, and it is, of course, a void that is seldom filled. You will traverse your entire life, and there is a feeling of emptiness. There's a space that is left, that is unoccupied, because we are indeed part of that whole. Yes? So we're about to begin this ceremony, and I want to thank all of you for coming. I want to encourage the boys at this point in time, the sons, to please come forward as we join together in commencing the ceremony, the Anteshti Samskar of Mataji. Prem se bolo Sri Govind Bhagavan ki jai. Sisters and brothers, I invite all of you to please stand as we commence our ceremony here this morning. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Yam Brahma Varunindra Rudra Marutah Stunvanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangpadakramo Upanishadai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyana Vasita Targate Namanasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Naviru Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Mokam Karoti Vachalam Pangolangai Tegirim Yat Kripatamaham Bande Paramanandam Madhavam Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagat Gurum Krishnam Bande Jagat Gurum. Together everyone. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Kadadavindena padadavindam mukadavinde viniveshayantam vatasya patasya peteshayanam balamukunda manasasmarami balamukunda manasasmarami. Ek baar bol Sri Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. Kindly take your seats, offer the flowers at the feet. Sri Krishna Govindaya Namo Namaha. Touch hands again. Touch hands. No, touch hands. Keep in mind your name, your Rashi name, and of course the name of your mother. We bend our heads in prayer once more. Hari Om Vishnu 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 Srimad Bhagavato Mahapurushaya Vishnurag Pratman Siddhi Sri Brahmano Advite Sri Sret Barha Kalpe Vaishwan Vimshite Me Kali Kali Pratam Charno Bhulok Tanita Desh Sri Rosha Sthiti Pilan Nagre Rashi Sthiti Gotra Sinam Sapni Som Saparvyasa Suruti Smriti Puranuktam Shavatyarth Samasta Manglam Avarte Samasta Rudrote Pashant Arth Ishkam Samsiddhyartha Sri Anteshti Samskar Pretasya Srimati Samdaye Moonilal, Snam Jajman, of course, keep in mind your name, fellas. Gotrasya Sri Anteshi Samskar Aham Karishi. Ek baar bol Sri Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. Offer right there. Take water and in a clockwise direction you will offer, walking around 3 times, all of you. Om Madhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mritistane Shavannimitam Sri Snanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishatam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishatam Adhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mritistane Shavannimitam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishatam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hari Om. You'll take this finger and you will offer chandan on your mother's forehead. All boys can offer after you. Yes? Om Madhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mritistane Shavannimitam Sri Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Hari Om. Sri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Use your Peter pointer finger. This one. Yes. Yeah. Om Namo Narayanaya Namo Namaha. That's the finger used to give directions. Now go up the road, go so, turn the next side. Yeah, no? Right. Yeah. Hari Om Madhyamukogotrasya Mukapretasya Mritistane Shavannimitam Gandam Mayadiyate Tavo Patishratam Gandam Mayadiyate Tavo Patishratam. Hari Om. Spray. Adhyamukogotrasya Mukapretasya Mritistane. Touch hands. Yeah. Link up. Mayadiyate Tavo Patishratam Mayadiyate Tavo Patishratam. Hari Om. Sri Vishwadevaya Namo Namaha Sri Narayanaya Namo Namaha. Hari Om. Take flowers, give the boys flowers again. Here. Beloved devotees, we are often called to gatherings of this nature. They are very pivotal and milestone stages in the life of individuals. One, of course, is when you come into this world. Many of us may not have been around when Mama was born, but that in itself brings joy. And everybody gathers to say, welcome. Because when a child comes into the world, there's a wonderful song, and I often remember, because when my daughter was born, my mother, she sang, Mere ghar aaye ek nanha pari, Mere ghar aaye ek nanha pari, nanha pari, nanha pari. So trumpets through the merriment and the happiness and the shouts of praises that today in my home, Mere ghar aaye ek nanha pari, a celestial, an angel, a Devi has come. So that is one. All the other samskars in between, we may not be too familiar with it. The layman, of course. Some may not. But then there is one that is referred to as everybody knows. Because many times people will meet and say, when we go eat a little roti boy, you know what they're talking about. They're speaking of what? Vivaha samskar. So everyone knows that. And then, of course, you live your life. You go through the many ashrams, the 4 ashrams of Sanatan Dharma. Brahmachari, and in this case, Brahmacharini. Then Grihashti. Then Vanaprash. And of course, the last being Sannyas. And sometimes we get confused with the ashram and the way they should go. Why one comes first and the other second, third, fourth, etc. And that is a discussion for a different forum. Sitaram. We go through the stages of life, and then it brings us to this point where everyone will come near and far to extend their condolences to the bereaved family. There are people there to welcome you when you come into the world, and there are people there to bid you farewell. But that word that I want to focus on this morning is that which is referred to as samskar. Say that, everybody. Say samskar. There's a beautiful textbook definition of the word samskar, which is the seed of sacredness. Not secretness, sacredness implanted in the depths of man's consciousness. It's a very profound word, that word samskar. But for a more working definition that I would want to extend to you this morning It is that which takes you closer to Bhagavan. Samskar. Hence we begin our life with Garbhadam Samskar. And we go through Punsavanam, Simanto Nayan, which are the prenatal Samskar. And then we have birth, Namkaran, Jatkaran, Anaprashna, Vedarambha, all these various Samskars, Vivah Samskar, big milestone, everybody come and eat roti. Yeah? And then, of course, Anteshti Samskar. But every stage of your life, sisters and brothers, it is punctuated in Sanatan Dharma by Samskar. Every step, every milestone, every moment in your life that counts, that matters, takes you, friends, one step closer to that Paramatma, Bhagavan. And that is what this is about. This ceremony is about doing that which is necessary to allow the Atman to make its way back to Bhagavan. We will do our part here. But I'd like to say to you that Mama here, Mataji, she would have done her part through her very own karma. That would have dictated her way forward, and that too, Bhagavan. That word Ma, throughout the length and breadth of all religions, all races, all genders, and all languages, mean the same thing, Uncle Ram. Huh? Ma. You are never confused. When you say Ma, we identify exactly with who it belongs to and means. And that affection, when a child says Ma, the mother will come. And based on the tone of the Ma, it will determine whether she will come quickly or we shall let you be for a little bit. And that role, that responsibility, that is Ma, that is mother, is boundless and bountiful, Sitaram, just like her love. Just like her love, Sitaram. So we bend our heads. Om idam Vishnu vichakrametre dham nirate padam samudya pagwang sure swaha, pagwang sure swaha. Offer the flowers at her feet. If you do not have malas, take some of these and offer closer to the chest. We have malas? Yes, 5 malas? Yes, they are there. All the boys will take. And there's a beautiful symbolism behind this offering of the mala that is broken. And I'll explain to you in a little bit. Offer. Om Madhya Mukhagotrasya Mukhapretasya Mritstane Shavannimitam Sri Pushpamala Mayadiyate Tavo Patishatam Pushpamala Mayadiyate Tavo Patishatam. Om Madhya Mukhagotrasya Mukhapretasya Mritstane Shavannimitam Sri Pushpamala Mayadiyate Tavo Patishatam Pushpamala Mayadiyate Tavo Patishatam Adhya Mukhagotrasya Mukhapretasya Mritstane Shavannimitam Sri Pushpamala Mayadiyate Tavo Patishatam Pushpamala Mayadiyate Tavo Patishatam. Hari Om. Sri Krishna Govindaya Namo Namaha. Toot gaye mala mote begar chale. The great Mahakavi, he sang. Toot gaye mala. That today the mala is broken. And that mala is broken as we garland the mother of this home, mother of these boys, and the mother of so many. But I'd like to say to you, it is twofold. One, it is symbolic. That physical bond now is broken. But that connection that we will always have to our mother and to our parents, that could never be broken, friends. It is only that physical bond is broken. Sitaram. Only the physical bond. And it is also a matter of logistics. Because the body is lying, you cannot garland it. You cannot rise it over the head. So it is placed around. And I want you to think of this. I want you to think of this very carefully. Because we cannot repay the debt to our parents. DEBT. We cannot do that. Sanatan Dharma, according to the Dharma Sindhu and Nirnay Sindhu, which are the texts that govern Karmakand, or rights of this nature, it says that sons, listen carefully, sons repay their debt to their parents when they perform Shraddha Karma, which is of this nature, and they carry the coffin upon their shoulder. You ever wonder why some people has put the coffin on their shoulder and say Ram Nam Satya Hai and go down the road? It is not because they want to show, well, hey, uncle and auntie are strong children, watch. No, it is a scriptural injunction. And that is why being guided by your scriptures are so very important. I'll say that again. Being guided by your scriptures are so very important. Events of this nature are very emotional, and sometimes you are prone to act emotionally. And in acting emotionally, at times, we may flout the tenets of Sanatan Dharma. That is why your Purohit, your priest, your Pandit, your Guru is the one who has to be bereft of emotion in this situation to guide you according to Dharma. All religions, they have their tenets that they follow. Sanatan Dharma has it as well. So sons repay the debt to their parents when they perform Shraddha Karma. Fellas, listen. And that is why it is important that all of you take part and you carry that coffin upon your shoulder. So somebody will say, Baba, what happened if you have a daughter now? Daughters repay the debt to their parents when they get married, according to Sanatan Dharma. And of course, we can go into depth at a later time. But today, the responsibility of these boys are in fact magnanimous. They have an important role. So children have an obligation to perform the required duties when it comes in particular to Antishti Samskar. And I'm saying this not only for the bereaved family, but for all the Hindus who have gathered so that they can identify with what is happening. Children have an obligation to their parents. Parents have a duty to their children to take care of them. And long after the umbilical cord is cut, just like the broken mala, that connection remains. That connection remains. And even though the sharir, the body of Ma, will no longer be here, as long as you boys live, she will be Ma. And you will begin your journey of reminiscing that Mama is like that. Mommy is like this song. Mommy used to like this. Mommy used to like that. And sometimes in your quiet moment, you say, well, you know, Mommy did like me the most. You know? And each child will say, Mama like me the most. But you wouldn't tell the other sibling that. You want them feel, as we say in local parlance, a how. Yes? So our responsibilities, our obligations, they are indeed very, very important. And we must recognize this. That is why in Sanatan Dharma, we tend to build family values. Because no man is an island, taking a sociality term, we cannot exist alone. We need people, we need individuals around for us to continue our functions and our day-to-day happenings. We perform Aarti at this point in time. Here. You'll walk around 5 times. Light, rock, just like that for him now. If you see it like it out in, you'll just put one in it while he's walking around, right? Aarti. Om yam dware mahaghode andena tavasavrite tatvalokanarthaya depoyam upatishtatam dhyamukagotrasya amukapretasya Sri Samdaye Moonilal Mritistane Shavannimitam Deepam Maya Diyate Tavopatishtatam Deepam Maya Diyate Tavopatishtatam. Everyone together. Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ko dukh dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare. With all your love, everyone. Jai Dukhiyo ko dukh dur kare. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवत वाला हो फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे गोविंद भगवान की जय। जब चार तरफ अंधियारा है. In the four directions, when darkness comes, andhiyara is darkness na. Bhagavan comes to relieve this hurt and this pain. That is what death brings. But one's perspective in life dictates our emotions. I'll say it again. One's perspective in life, sisters and brothers, dictates our emotions. If we believe death is a darkness, then we will exemplify such. We will wail, we will cry, we will grieve incessantly. But if we look at death as a light, as a reliever of suffering, as the bhajan says, as a kevat, to free you from the burdens and the stresses that is associated with this samskar, this mundane existence, then death comes as a what? A light. And when you get to that age of mama, 85 years is a monumental achievement. Some people are making 85 days, much less years. It is indeed a monumental achievement that you would have given to this world, to this society, to your family, to your children. And she was indeed a dasi. Who is a dasi? A servant. Someone who serves relentlessly and keep giving of themselves, not only to her family, but to this society. That is why when you look around, this courtyard is filled. Because she was not only a mother to these boys standing here, she was a mother to many other individuals. Such a mild-tempered and beautiful soul. I'll share with you an episode that we had. When she was well into the latter part of her life, along with the father of these boys who would have passed already, I was given the great opportunity to officiate at pujas whenever they have at the home. And that is when I would have met these boys, you know. Anand I would have known for a little while, Sunita Ji, because we are colleagues in the same profession and so. And I had puja at her home here. And I was not able to come. Not on my own volition, but I believe I had contracted dengue. And I was on the bed in the nursing home. And that's quite a while, eh? Not now. I just letting you know, just in case you're wondering. Very long time. Yeah. Everybody watching. So quite a while. Not a good feeling. But the phone rang. And I was ready, you know, when you're in the hospital and you're seeking medical attention, those things sometimes do not worry you. But for some reason, when the phone rang that time, I picked it up and I answered. And if you didn't know that I was sick, when you heard my voice, you say, nah, that is the David Pondit. She said, Baba, you have prayers by me this morning, you know. I say, Mama, I sick too bad. She say, oh God. And without even saying anything else, she said, that ain't nothing. We go do a little havan and thing, Baba. And when you get better, we go do the prayers. Anand, and that's so. And after I became well, she performed her puja. That is, even though she made the necessary preparation, she did not even say, well, what go do now? You know? And that shows the compassion and the love of an individual that no one else can have but a mother. A mother will have. And that is why the bhajan says, Ma tere, what is it? Together, everybody. If big or small, you must know this bhajan. Ma tere kitne pyare, kitna pyare, kitna pyare jagati hai. Ma teri mamata कितना प्यारे जगाती है. You know what it says? Anybody have good matches?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah? This is Sunita know how to light it. The match that they want to use is not a good match. Yeah. Yeah. You see? It is times like this you tend to appreciate fellows with lighters. You don't appreciate them all the time. But in instances like this, yes, you feel, you say, yeah boy, thank you. And what does that say to you? Everybody is important. Everybody is important. Yes? Lit? Alright, so we have our matches operator here. Very good. There are many words, friends, for love. We know that. Prem, pyar, mohabbat. All these things, they mean love. But in Hindi, Uncle Ram, there's a special word for mother's love. And you know what word is that, friends? Mamata. What word is that? Mamata. Special word for the love of God or the love for God, and that is called bhakti. You see? The love of mother is equated to, and in some cases even greater than the love of Bhagavan. That is why our scriptures declare first and foremost what? Matre Devo Bhava. Mother is God. Because she takes blood, turns it into milk to sustain that which has come from her. How many of us could sleep in one position for 9 months and more? I can't do it, I could tell you that. I cannot. But they sacrifice unspoken sacrifices by mothers in particular, fathers too, but mothers in particular. They will not talk about it. Why? Because we are all their children. See? Now I say, how could we ever repay that debt? That is why when the bhajan continues, it says, Swas swas ki raksha karti, swas swas ki raksha karti, paga paga pran pachati hai maa. माँ तेरी ममता कितना प्यारे, कितना प्यारे जगाती है. श्वास श्वास की, every breath you take in this world. Paga paga pran, you know paga paga? Paga means every step you take. Your mother's love becomes your protection in this world. So when you lose a mother, you lose part of you. That void will never be filled, friends, but you will grow to learn with that loss. You will grow to accept that loss. And your perspective on life changes when you lose a loved one, because then you will recognize what is really important. Your attire and thing, that don't matter, you know. Those things are frugal, frivolous. They matter. Whether you have hair or you don't have hair, you're clean shaven. Yes, there's a time and place for everything. But your importance is not about appearance. Your importance is more about acharan. Your character, your conduct, your behavior. Because these are the things that will fly the flag of your gotra, your parents' name high. And that is what really matters. Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. At this point in time, friends, we'll have the eulogy. So there'll be a couple speakers, not many, but we have the eulogy. I think will be done by my Chelin Amy. Yes? She will do the eulogy. And then, of course, there is the neighbor who lives right next door, Mr. Ali. Yes, and he will bring to you some greetings, and of course we'll join in maybe a bhajan or so, and then we will conclude our ceremony. Oh yes, my apologies. I did not recognize Pandit Chidi Sitaram. He's here as well from the Vedic faith. Yes, so we will also give him the opportunity to extend greetings and condolences to the family. So at this point, we'll ask Amy to bring to us the eulogy.
Sitaram, Pandit Raj, members of the bereaved family, friends and relatives. We are gathered here today in love and remembrance to celebrate the life of a remarkable woman, Samdaye Moonilal. On behalf of the bereaved family, I extend our deepest gratitude to all friends and relatives who have joined us in honoring her memory. Samdaye Moonilal was born on May 6, 1939, in the village of Kura, Siparia. To her loving parents, the late Saidia and Bob Dubar, from a young age, she embodied warmth, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to family and tradition. She wed the late Moonilal Ramkisoon, and together they built a strong, loving home, blessed with 7 amazing children. As was customary in Hindu tradition, she first resided with her in-laws before moving to Philip Trees for several years, eventually settling in the home we all know and love. Throughout her life, she remained steadfast in instilling values of respect, discipline, and unwavering cultural traditions in her children and grandchildren. She took pride in ensuring that these values would live on through them. She will always be remembered for her signature attire, her urni neatly tucked at her waist and draped around her head. Secured with a gold pin, her hair parted in the middle and adorned with sindoor symbolized her pride as a devoted wife and mother. One of her highlights of her week was her cherished trips to Penal Market. With her wicker basket in hand, she would engage in lively conversations with the vendors, and in earlier days share heartfelt chats with her beloved elder sister Mauti. These visits were never complete without a special treat, her famous rice cake, which her children eagerly awaited upon her return. Food was at the heart of her home. A visit to her home was never just a visit. It was an experience filled with warmth, love, and the most delicious meals. her grandchildren will fondly recall that no one could cook a dal like their Aji. Her dal was simply the best. Her coconut bake and other mouth-watering dishes brought the family together, creating cherished memories that will live on forever. Beyond her culinary skills, she took immense pride in her home. Every corner of her house reflected that her meticulous care. Windows, floors, doors gleamed with cleanliness. Many of her children and grandchildren inherited her invaluable skills, not only in cooking, but in maintaining a home filled with love and respect. Today, as we say farewell, let us not dwell in sorrow, but instead celebrate the incredible legacy she left behind. Her love, her lessons, and her unwavering spirit will remain etched in our hearts forever. Though she may no longer be with us in body, her presence will forever live on in the values she instilled and the love she so generously shared. Rest in eternal peace. Will always be loved and cherished. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amy. And of course, that is what a eulogy captures. It is the true essence of a eulogy. For those who may not have known the individual, the eulogy gives you a bit of a timeline and, of course, what the person's life would have been like. So at this point, we ask Mr. Ali to bring to us his greetings.
Awardee Panditji, members of the Biri family, elders, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, permit me to extend sympathy and condolences to members of the Biri family. Secondly, I thank you for this opportunity to say a few words, parting words on behalf of my family to this wonderful departed soul. I want to also compliment Panditji for the remarkable sermon here this morning. So very informative, so very meaningful. However, one element is missing. He emphasized so much about children and youth, but it seems as though when we go to funeral, we don't carry our children. And that is something lacking. Very valuable information. I want to recognize 3 members of the family. I see Pulande, I see Dea, I see Rosie. And this brings back very pleasant memories, school days memories. I also see Brother Budlal in our presence. Ladies and gentlemen, today the children are orphans. They no longer have their parents. But I can attest to the fact that the rich spiritual, moral and ethical values imparted to them by their parents is testimony that we have wonderful children. And I'm sure they will live on and carry on the legacy of the parents. God bless their souls in that they have attained a ripe age, almost 90 plus. We say thank God for that. I know I can't be long, but I just want to quote from this wonderful pamphlet we have here. It says, when the world needs love, an extra touch of love, God creates and sends us someone. We are so gracious that you were ours. she was like a mother to us. And we didn't call them by names, we called her Nani and the old man Nana. They were so very gentle, near and dear to us. It continues, words are not enough to describe how wonderful you were. You have truly touched our lives in so many ways. You were like an angel sent from heaven to be with us. We love you and will always miss you terribly. God bless Sitaram, and it's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ali, for your very, very kind and profound words. And, you know, it is the people that surround you that can say a lot about you. And your neighbors know you the most. You know, when you live in an area for years, there's no when you get vexed, when you quarrel, you know, which one of the children doing look much and think that you're hearing their name calling more, little mischief and all these things. So we want to thank Mr. Ali for his kind words and recognizing some of the respected elders as well, because standing here today, I remember the funeral ceremony of your father, and the courtyard was similar. The sad thing is, you only know how great you are when you die. Because people come from near and far to bid farewell. That is the only sad thing, you know. But that is life. There was something that Amy said that it resonated with me. And I lived it because my Nani used to dress like that. My Aji used to dress like that. And we don't see it anymore because now it's a modern time and, you know, people dress differently. But the way the urhani used to be draped around the bosom, yeah, and tucked into a belt, and they have a pin, a brooch on the shoulder, and the head is always covered, yes. And they will stand waiting for taxi. Yes, it is here, correct. Right here, she's wearing it. And she will stand, as Amy was saying, with the wicker basket in the market. Huh? My mind ran to this very beautiful bhajan. उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी पर उसकी ज़रूरत क्या होगी हे माँ तेरी सूरज की अलग भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी. Everywhere to find the face of Bhagwan. But the closest thing to the face of God, sisters and brothers, beloved devotees, Priya Sujino, that we will ever see in this world is the face of our mother. It is the face of our mother. And the bhajan continues and it speaks to Achal. Everybody say Achal. Achal is that cloth that is draped across the bosom of a mother. It says every individual would have nursed from that bosom, that Achal. Big or small, short or tall, like or don't like, so to speak. Every individual. And that is why mothers are exalted in this way. Because they give of themselves to you, the child. They give of themselves to you, the child. Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. So I spoke to Pandit Chedi, who is a very respected member of this community, and of course, he said, you're not feeling 100, so we have to respect that, and I understand, because Mr. Chedi, Pandit Chedi rather, his son is a teacher, and many of his children are very, high achievers and have achieved and in so many different ways, and he would have given of himself to this community. So his presence alone brings a sense of happiness and serenity within the community, and we thank you, Panditji, for being here. Very respected individual. The family is a very respected one, so we're very thankful that he can be here. So we have some instructions at this point in time, because we want to have things run very smoothly. So I want you to listen carefully. We will allow, no arti will be done henceforth. Only the boys would have done arti, but we want to ask the immediate family, meaning the daughters-in-law and the children of these boys, if they so desire, they can come. They will offer flower. We have some flowers, some carnation. After the immediate family, friends, we will allow for the wider community, meaning the well-wishers, the friends and neighbors, and those others, some of the distant relatives who would have traveled from near and far. So you will come on this side, yes, you will offer your flowers, and you will return to your respective seats. While this is being done, we will all join together in simple kirtan and chanting of the name of Bhagavan, because it is the name of the Lord that brings to us solace in these trying times. Yes? So, daughters-in-law, members of the close family, you can come. We have flowers here. We'll just, you can use, I don't know if we have enough flowers, watching the crowd here, the congregation, but I'll have to put aside some. Yes? And the rest, you could knock yourself out. Yeah. Jai Bhagavan. So, offer. Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Bolo Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. 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 Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Other members of the congregation who would have gathered, please come and take the opportunity to view the body at this point in time. And of course we have the Mamu of these boys who is here, and he would like to render a few words. So Mamuji, come. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namaskar. It is indeed a sad moment for all of us here. Now, I happen to be her younger brother. I am the eldest that is alive out of my mother, 11 children. I have lost 2 sisters and 2 brothers. 3 of them was older than I am, and 1 was younger. He passed on some years now. Now, with these parting words, I must say that it brings back a lot of memory. Growing up together just after my sister, it was me. You know, we were very close as children. And I never forget one day she told me, come and help me knead the flour to make the roti. I said, why me? She said, you're going to have to learn, you know, Ken, because when I go on, you're going to have to take over. And she was like a mother to 8 of us who was younger than her. She was the 3rd in my mother, 11 children. And for time, I would not go into much excruciating details, but we were very close. When she got married in the year 1957 and moved in these areas, I was 14 years old, and I used to ride my bicycle from Superior to come here to spend time with her. And we had wonderful times together. And as she started having the children, we would be back and forward. Well, as a matter of fact, Basdeo spent 5 years with us in Superior to go to school at Palasico. Rudra spent a little while. He went to primary school, but the big joke is that when Basdeo moved in by us to go to secondary school, Rudra had to come back home to his parents. So that alone will tell you that there's a close bond that we shared as brothers and sisters and extended family and so on. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mamu, for your very kind words. So we recognize that the loss is not only for the children. Siblings would have lost, the village, the community would have lost. And it is an era that has gone with the passing of Mama, because many of the happenings of yesteryear, I am one individual who tends to become intrigued by the happenings of our past, you know, and how it was long time, and what they used to do long time, and that sort of thing. So I used to love to hear stories of that nature, and we recognize that our past is the foundation for our present, and our present is a platform for our future. And we need to recognize things of this nature. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Take flowers in your hands. Yeah, pass to these boys. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Govinda Bhagavan ki Jai Sharanam. We bend our heads in prayer as we recite just one verse from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Hari Om Sri Govindaya Namaha. Om Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Asochanan Vasochastvam Pragyavadham Shabashyase Gatasu Agatasumscha Nanu Sochanti Panditaha Natvevaham Jatu Nasam Natvam Neme Janadipaha Nachaiva na bhavishyama Sarve Vaya Mataha Param Dehinu Asmin Yatha Dehe Kaumaram Yauvaram Jara Tatha Dehantara Praptir Dhirastatra Namuhyati Om Yainam Veti Hantaram Yashvenam Manayate Hatam Ubhautau na Vijanito Nayam Hante na Hanyate. Govinda Bhagavan ki Jai Sharanam. Offer the flowers. The wise Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, laments neither for the living nor the dead, Gatasu or Agatasu. Why? It is because we need to recognize that the only thing that perishes is the sharir, the body. Yes? Only the body. The Atman comes from Param Atma, which is ever eternal. And that will go to return to Bhagavan. And until such time will be given reincarnation to come again. That is the Janamamaran, the Avagaman. Yes, that is why, the old heads used to sing a bhajan. Tero avagaman choti jai sham ras piyo mere bhai. Tero avagaman choti jai sham ras piyo mere bhai. Drink of the nectar of Bhagavan to help you to come out of the avagaman, the going and the coming. Friends, today we are very humbled, we are very saddened by the loss of Ma. Irreplaceable. But life continues, and the way in which we live our life will of course determine the blessings that will come to the children. Continue to make your mother and father proud. Yes? Take flowers in your hands again. All stand, friends. We bend our heads in prayer as we join in dhyan. Hari Om. Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajaman Harana Bhava Bhayadarunam Navakanjalochana Kanja Mukhukar Kanja Pada Kanjarunam Kandarpa Aganita Amita Chabhi Navanil Niraj Sundaram Patapita Mana Utarita Ruchi Suchi Naumi Janaka Sutavaram Bhajudena Bandhu Dinesha Danav Daitya Banchani Kandanam Raghunanda Ananda Kanda Kosha कुण्डल चंद्र दशरथ नंदनम सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम आजानुभुज शर चापधर संग्राम जित खर दूषणम इति बदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मनरंजनम मम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कामाधिखल दल गंजनम together Sri Ram Sri Ram Sri Ram Jai Ram bolo Sri Ram Sri Ram Sri Ram Jai Ram Om Anadini Dhanu Deva शंख चक्र गदाधर अक्षय पुंडरीकाक्ष प्रेत मोक्ष प्रदो भव प्रेत मोक्ष प्रदो भव ओम कृष्ण कृष्ण कृपालोतम गति नाम गतिर्भव संसार नवघटना मगनानाम प्रसीद पुरुषोत्तमः ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो तुम ही हो माता पिता तुम ही हो बंधु सखा तुम ही हो माँ तुम ही हो माता पिता तुम ही हो बंधु सखा तुम ही हो माँ 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 हो माँ. May the blessings of Bhagavan Sri Krishna be unto all, and may the continued blessings of your mother, even though she is not in a physical form, be with all the children, grandchildren and family members. Govinda Bhagavan ki Jai. Offer the flowers. So now we'll perform the first manzil at the front here. Yes, and then of course we will make our way to the cremation site. I pass over back to the maestro there, who will, if there's any bhajan or so, you can play. No? Or we can pass back to Uncle Ram and he'll do some kirtan while we do the needful here. Yes? So the guys with the funeral home, if it's possible, we could make necessary arrangements. We'll get the yellow cloth. You all can stand on either side, face this way, because so when you pick up the coffin, the feet will always be leading forward, right? So you are facing this way. So adjust yourselves accordingly. I'll tell you when to pick up. Hold the coffin. Bend your heads, everyone. Hands together. Om Prehe Prehe Patirbe Purnenayate Purvate Pitaraya Pareta Ubharajano Swadhyaya Madanto Yam Pashyasi Varunam Machadevam Om Yamono Yogatum Prathamoya Vivedam Naishaya Gavyotira Paya Bharatavano Yatrana Purva Pitaraha Paretaya Inaya Yajnanama Pathayam Asvaha Hari Om. Ram Naam Satya Hai. Lift. Ram Naam Satya Hai. Ram Naam Satya Hai. Ram Naam Satya Hai. We pass over to Uncle Ram. Govinda Bhagavan ki Jai.
Jai Govinda Gopala मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला गोविंद गोपाला मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जब पालक तू रस रचैया गोवर्धन गिरधारी इतने नाम तेरे नटवर तू सावन के मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला गोविंद गोपाला मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में उसका गीत कन्हैया हंस रचैया रास रचैया काली जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में उसका गीत कन्हैया हंस रचैया रास रचैया काली
धकेला 2 दिन की जिंदगी है हरि की शरण तू हो जा ध्यान लगा ले जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले हरि की शरण तू हो जा ध्यान लगा ले जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले ये जगत का सारा उसी में है कहना डोरी की जिंदगी है